hang on to your seat, baby, because this one's a screamer. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
What is going on, entertainment? So time come to y'all with another video on this channel, Evner Entertains. Y'all, I'm having fun building this channel. Like, I'm not really building it because it already existed, but revamping the channel. I really appreciate y'all for checking out the content I've been putting out on it. The content I've been putting out, y'all been really like showing up, watching it, supporting it. So thank you. So today we doing like a Bravo town hall. So first thing we're gonna get into is K Michelle's interview with Jason Lee. So she did an interview with Jason Lee where she spilled a lot of tea in regards to housewives, what's going on with her current day life. Now, K Michelle to me is like a big jack in the box because I did not know that. I thought she was married for a longer period of time than what she said on the show. Like, I could have sworn she was married like way longer because this Dennis dude is not new. And if we really want to be honest, she really could have been on Married to Medicine, to be honest. Either one. So if Housewives didn't work, Married to Medicine would have been the next shoe-in. But y'all know how it is on Married to Medicine. That, to me, is one of the hardest shows on Bravo to fit in. These women have known each other for years, and they, like, always try to exclude and kick out the newbies and make it harder for the newbies. But with K Michelle, I don't think she would have had a hard time because y'all know how her mouth is. So apparently she says in this interview that this guy that she was talking to, she was getting an interview with this guy on Bravo to be a housewife, and she was going to come on the show with him. Now, I kind of wish she didn't say this because it takes away a little bit of the authenticity of the show because like you like swap partners out real quick to be on the show. But once again, this dentist dude she's been with for a minute. This isn't some dude that just popped up like a month ago that she decided to get with. And a part of me, I felt stupid because I remember she did Queen's Court. Y'all remember that dating show on Bravo? Oh, I was gonna say something. Just know there was somebody on there, the men's version, that okay. All right, so but yeah, like she was on there, so it didn't register in my brain like, oh my god, wasn't she married? But at that time she was never legally married. She says on this interview she went on Queen's Court to make him realize that she had other options because they were going through stuff in their relationship. Now, this dude that she was going to bring on the show is like a basketball coach. She ended up not going with him. The dentist dude basically worked it out with her, and then that's why they ended up getting married. And then fast forward to them being on the show. Now, this is where the interview got a little shady. She talked about Rashida. Now, Rashida on this new episode of Love Hip Hop, y'all probably wondering why I stopped recapping it. No shade, a nigga been busy. I low-key might go back to doing it. I might not. I'm still thinking on it. Apparently, y'all on one of the latest episodes, Rashida was, I guess, getting mad. I believe it was at Carly because she didn't feel like Carly or Ciara, one of the two, was supporting her enough in regards to her stepdaughter getting abused, which her BD, the not stepdaughter BD, the stepdaughter's boyfriend ended up, as y'all all saw, being unalived by her brother, right? So she didn't feel like she was getting supported enough. So K Michelle made the two comparison, like, how dare you talk about the fact that I like wasn't abused, but then you begging for other people's support for your family. I said, oh, you're cooking. Okay. I'm not even mad at K Michelle for that. Was it right? No, because she was talking about, other people's situation, but she's not wrong. She's not wrong. Pure point blank. Life has a smart and a funny way of humbling her ass. And you got humbled through that situation because there was a lot of people. I remember when that situation went down, they were like, oh, a lot of women, they end up going back with men that are toxic like that. That's crazy how the brother ended up unaliving him. That's not self-defense. How dare he, blah, 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 blah. Basically negating all of the things that she went through, all because they liked him as a person. And then look what y'all did to K Michelle. Y'all was talking about her all badly and all that stuff, all because y'all liked Memphis as a person. When y'all saw him go to marriage boot camp and slammed the thing and said, and act real sassy. You know what I'm saying? Nobody batted an eyelash then. So I just found it very funny how, life did that 180 on that ass, and the same thing ended up happening. Once again, I don't think it was right, but it's okay. I'm gonna live in every. It's not right, but it's okay. Let me stop, okay? Literally, that's what it is, right? Like, it's not right, but it's okay. All right. And she also called out her experience in Atlanta. This is why I'm scared to move. I'm not saying I'm scared to move, but I don't want to move to another state because that mean girl shit ain't gonna fly with me. Like, not too much. First of all, I don't even like people, bitch. So you can't even like too much be a mean girl to me. Cause I'm not gonna be around you long, bitch. Straight up. Like, I'm that type of person, like, it's just like, no, I don't even like being around people. Like, ugh. So this is why I don't be wanting to move states, because of stuff like that. She felt like her experience in Atlanta, a lot of the girls were like mean girlish towards her because she was a new girl coming in and the whole Memphis thing. So she felt like, haha, a lot of the people that were mean girls to her kind of got, their payback. I wonder what Jocelyn thinks about her being on Housewives, because Jocelyn has been dying to be on Bravo for a minute. But you ruin your chance on Married to Medicine when you call Toya thrifty. Child, she also dragged Robin Dixon, which y'all know I don't like Robin. So it was really funny to see it and hear about it. Listen, y'all, Robin has gotten her flute back. Well, half a flute. She got a shot glass. Robin got the shot glass back, and she's gonna be a friend of, which we're gonna talk about in a little bit. So I found that funny as hell. And she also talked about how people went at her because they felt like she was too ghetto and that she didn't deserve to be on Housewives. I was one of the people that I feel like it actually made sense for her to be on there. The person that I saw that was rumored that I thought made no sense was Tammy, because you're not even married, Buka Butt. Like, what? Why? I don't dislike Tammy, but like too much Love and Hip Hop on Housewives would make the show look crazy. So I felt like when I saw those rumors circulating, even though I kind of knew they were false, that's what made me like, heck no. And she does not fit like the brand, if we're gonna be honest. So I'm glad that didn't turn out to be true. I know she filmed some scenes with the girls and stuff, but I'm just glad that didn't come to fruition. And then we get to the part where she talks about R. Kelly. Now, she does admit to having relations with R. Kelly, which she isn't the only woman that's in the music industry that has slept with R. Kelly.
Robert Kelly. I loved him.
Like loved in love.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
I loved him.
The only question I have for you with R. Kelly is, have you written him a letter? And if
no, you being shady. Are you being
he's
shady?
in prison.
No,
because the
his
one
team
thing.
has called me.
Wait, can I say the one thing you said on that interview?
Okay, tell me. Let's go.
What about all the mothers that was in the kitchen cooking? That question has yet to be answered.
Mothers and people should be held accountable. I do.
Should Sparkle go to prison?
Absolutely. I saw this whole blog that was saying that he beat me up so bad and that I took that and no, Rob didn't hit me. I didn't go through an abusive Rob.
What's your truth?
My truth with Robert Sylvester Kelly, Robert Kelly always saw me as nothing. I might have loved him, but he didn't see me as nothing more as motivation for writing. I wasn't the woman he wanted, even though I wanted him.
Did you?
I did. Robert is absolutely, completely wrong in the things, but those people around him never corrected him. Mm-hmm. That's not an excuse, Jason, because I am a woman advocate. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm gonna get in there for a woman. If you tell me a man did something to you, okay, we ride it done.
Is Drea Kelly a victim?
Absolutely not. Drea Kelly, if you wanted snow, he had a whole team come bring you snow.
Okay, I feel like she shouldn't have said that. Because you let us know that you were in love with a monster. I'm in love with a monster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Like, come on now. Like, you were in love with a monster, knowing the things that he allegedly done. That is a little bit questionable. But a lot of abusers, to me, are very romantic and they're very seducing and will make you fall in love with them. So to me, this does not shock me whatsoever. Okay? I feel like a lot of women in Hollywood and the music industry probably have the same story, but they're just not bold enough like a K Michelle to speak out about stuff like this because they rather keep it a secret to avoid the backlash. Okay. Do I think Drea Kelly is a victim? Partially. And the only reason why is because I feel like she didn't join the F.R. Kelly train until a good group of people did. Although she talked about it on Hollywood X's, she didn't vocalize it enough until the documentary and everything started coming out and until he started getting into legal trouble. I feel like had all that not have happened, she probably would have stayed shush on some of the stuff that she went through for the most part. But to say she's not a victim whatsoever, I don't agree with that at all. And I do agree with what she says when it comes to other women being accountable because that is 100% true. Same thing that goes with Diddy. There's a lot of people that were around him that need to be accountable too, but people are acting like it was just him. There were people that were assisting him, just like there are people that were assisting R. Kelly. Okay? And that's why Lady Gaga done took that. You remember the do what you want with my body, do what you want with my body. She snatched that off her catalog so quick. I know that's wrong. Listen, she did not want any of those problems. Okay? Now, on to more housewife stuff. Robin, you guys, is coming back as a friend of a housewife. According to a reality blurb, they're usually right most of the time. They said while reality blurb previously confirmed Real Housewives of Potomac star Robin Dixon will be returning for season 11, it was unknown at the time she'd be holding a champagne flute or a friend of the housewives. A source has not confirmed Robin will be indeed returning as a friend of capacity. They revealed what ultimately led to the decision for her not to be full-time. Probably because she's still back with Juan. I'm not happy about this. I don't care what nobody says. I'm happy because she's getting a check in this inflation. But entertainment-wise, Robin's not going to do anything but throw shade at Wendy because she's about to go to jail probably. Throw shade at Karen because she feels like she's still a drunk. Be Giselle's lapdog per usual. She's not going to add anything or do anything different. Why the hell are y'all bringing this lady back? We see enough of her on the podcast clips. We could just leave her there. Like, come on now. I can guarantee you Giselle went over there, begged to the masters at B for them to bring her back. And Giselle, you really shouldn't have done that because you really need to worry about your own job. Because guess what? You didn't even have a segment the whole reunion. That means you brought nothing to the season. That was pretty pathetic. Just saying. Although she didn't want to return any capacity last year after she was let go and even refused to show up to the event Giselle hosted for the podcast they're both on, she changed her tune this season. Of course, a check always speaks. As for what changed her mind, the source alleged she needed the money. Of course. And thus ultimately swallowed her pride and took the Bravo bait. Robin is real and has always been. Did Giselle tell y'all this reality blurb? But a friend of RHOA makes more sense for her at this point in time. It was clear in the past she didn't like a microscope being put on her relationship with her husband, Juan Dixon. And if she's a friend RHOA, that is something that will not be focused on her. That's what she think Robin gonna come around this group think we're not gonna be asking where's Juan and what's Juan up to. Think it's okay. Y'all know how them Potomac fans do. They do not like Robin. I don't know whose bright idea was this, but I feel like this is a horrible decision for Bravo. Y'all was better off bringing Candace back. Hell, Charisse would make more sense because her beef with Ashley, we want to see how her and Karen would interact because Karen freshly getting out of jail. And not only that, she's on the fence now with Giselle because Giselle doesn't like her because of what she said on podcasts. That would have been the perfect time to bring Charisse in as a friend. Robin makes no sense. She's not even friends with most of the women still on the show. The only people she's cool with is Ashley and Giselle. Nobody else. Stacey, she's not friends with because she talked crap about Stacey. She's not friends with Wendy. She's not friends with Karen. So she's only coming as a friend of Giselle. I don't know. I just don't like Robin, y'all. I'm sorry. Like, I just don't like the lady. she make my skin crawl just because like she's like the first one to be like throwing shots at people, and then she'll do some of the same stuff or have some of the same stuff going on, and she'll throw shots. Now, Bravo, this show rollout to me, I'm very disappointed. There's something I've noticed lately. I was talking to a friend about it because he's been on like a reality show, and he's applied for some as well, and he's Black. I feel like they're reverting back to how they used to cast in regards to diversity when it comes to reality TV programming. And once again, this is why I want to be the one to change that with the show idea that I do have, because it's becoming apparently clear. For y'all to cancel Martha's Vineyard for this is crazy. Now, this is a spinoff off of Summer House. If y'all haven't checked out my recent video on the whole Wes and Ciara thing, please do. This is a spinoff of it. In the trailer, you could also see Amanda and Wes there, like giving each other like a hug, them filming a scene together. So I feel like now it makes more sense why this story came out, because they knew the trailer was going to drop soon. So they had to tell the tea first before the trailer came out, and they didn't look crazy, which to me, by the way, it's still, either way they did it still would have looked crazy, because Amanda, out of all the men in the US to go for, you go for your friend's ex is like crazy work. And this is why, Ciara, you need a better group of friends. Them people not your friends, Ciara. I hope she knows this. Like, as much as they're nice to Ciara and like they comfort her when she's crying and they listen to her when she goes on her tangents and she opens up, they, in the grand scheme of things, most of them, they do not care about her. Pure point blank. Because some of them probably knew about this, but they did not tell her. Jesse, all these, they do not care about you. Like, I hope she knows that deep down, like, these people do not care about me like that. Only a few. That Carl is like one of the only few I think like cares about her. Carl and like Paige isn't even on the show, but it's like, it's only like 3 to 4 of them that actually give a crap about her. Besides that, the rest of them could give a fuck. No shade. And it proved it with the story dropping. Now, she did throw some shots at Amanda at the red carpet of Euphoria, you guys.
Still your friend's ex-boyfriend.
It's not good.
What do you think is
It's
the
not
next
good.
step?
I honestly,
I feel like you ought to get married.
I mean, I would hope so. You got to make it worth.
You got to make
at
it worth
least.
that.
Like, make it worth something. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's just worth too much pain.
If you steal your friend's ex-boyfriend,
It's not good.
what do you think
It's
is the
not
next
good.
step?
I honestly,
I feel like you ought to get married.
I mean, I would hope so. You got to make it worth.
You got to make
at
it worth
least.
that.
Like, make it worth something.
Ooh. I like how she's not letting it drag her down, and she's being like funny and jovial about it instead of just kind of like, ooh, and the whole crying woe is me situation. Like, this reunion is gonna be one to watch. I ain't gonna lie. I'm anticipating the shit, to be honest. Okay, let me know what y'all think down below about this video, and we all babies.